It's a beautiful day in Glasgow, and people are out and about enjoying the beautiful weather and all of the outdoor entertainments. However, long before cinema and theatre became popular in Glasgow, the resort of Glaswegians was public executions and punishments. So today, I'm going to tell you about the last public flogging in Glasgow. Here on Clyde Street was a beautiful mansion house known as the Dreghorn Mansion. A man called Richard Campbell was walking past the house when he happened to glance down to the basement where, to his horror, he saw rivers of blood with the severed heads of children floating in it. He ran to Argyle Street and made the cry, "Resurrectionists!" Within just a few minutes, there were over 1,000 angry Glaswegians. They ransacked the house, taking out carpets, furnishings, throwing it into the River Clyde. The magistrates arrived and they tried to break up the mob, but the mob fought back. So then the military arrived. The 4th Dragoon charged in with sabres flashing, and the infantry came in with bayonets fixed, and together they managed to disperse the rioting mob. Once the soldiers were in the house, they went down into the basement to see for themselves these rivers of blood with the severed heads of children. They discovered one pot of spilt red paint. The new owner of the house wanted to be repaid for all the damage caused by the rioting mob, so the council had to pay thousands of pounds in damages to him, and they wanted blood. So they arrested Richard Campbell for inciting the riot, and rather than just send him to the colonies, they decided to make a public display of him by flogging him through the streets of Glasgow first. Richard was tied to a cart, his shirt ripped open, and he was wheeled here to the south side of Jail Square, where he was to receive the first 20 lashes of the whip from the city's last paid hangman, Thomas Young. Next, he was brought to the foot of Stockwell Street, where he received another 20 lashes. Still tied to the cart, he was brought here to the head of Stockwell Street, where he received another 20 lashes of the whip, and the crowd grew stronger. Finally, Richard was brought here to Glasgow Cross, where he was to receive the last 20 lashes, and by this time, a mob of thousands had congregated to see the entertainment. It was such a strong crowd, they had to bring in police and infantry to control them. After receiving 80 lashes, Richard Campbell's back was so lacerated, the skin was literally hanging off the bone. Glasgow audiences would never again be entertained by a public flogging. The city fathers thought it corrupted community life, as people would quite literally leave their work to cheer on any victim being prosecuted. These days, of course, Glasgow audiences are notorious the world over for their behaviour. As they say in Glasgow, if they like you, they'll let you live.
Given that flogging was not just a punishment, it was also a kind of popular amusement, wasn't it?
It was actually, for a long time, the only entertainment Glaswegians had, because after the Scottish Reformation in 1555, all forms of entertainment, singing, dancing, in any way drawing public attention to yourself, was strictly illegal and therefore a punishable offence.
Right.
But these public punishments were supposed to scare people. Unfortunately, Glaswegians saw them as an immense entertainment, and thousands of people would turn out to see them. In fact, one of the most popular punishments in Glasgow was actually lug pinning, where they would nail your ear to the toll booth door and leave you to tear yourself free. Now, this was banned in the 1830s, and according to the borough records, it was banned because it corrupted community life.